Do you know what? I wouldn't even allow my little wally dog to swim in the seas in the UK. No. I say the UK, I mean England and Wales actually, because, well, yeah, Scotland is, well, much cleaner. It really is. But you see, the reason for that is that it's not privatised. It's not about profit margins and, you know, how much money they can make. You know, you got to ask yourself, if you were told, okay, you got 100 quid in your pocket, right, you always spend that on improving the quality of somebody else's water, or you shove it in your pocket, you'll think to yourself, I'd shove it in my pocket. Well, a Tory would, wouldn't they? And clearly these water companies think the same because, you know, they care more about their shareholders and their own bottom line than the health of their customers. Well, it's all coming to a head now, isn't it? Let's be fair. It's got to a situation now where it's become undeniable. It's been undeniable for a very long time, and I don't understand why people are not protesting. Seriously, why the heck aren't you protesting against the standard of your water? People have actually died from this stuff. You see, you don't hear, oh, they died from sewage. No, they've died from E. coli or something like that, or Cryptosporidium or something else. No, you hear, oh, I died from munching on the shit. No, you don't hear that, do you? Not at all. Well, the fact of the matter, that's exactly what is happening to people, see. You know, if people do peg it because they've ingested something they shouldn't have, it just gets listed down as an E. coli infection. It could have been, I know, food poisoning or something like that, you know, or some animal-borne bacteria or virus. That's what you hear, isn't it? No, but look at the positive side. They say that in sewerage we can learn a lot about COVID. Yeah. Well, unfortunately for the people of Brixham, they're now having to drink bottled water. Now, I'll be absolutely honest with you, I've been drinking bottled water or water that I have cleaned for decades. I have never trusted water companies. Now, why would I trust a company and not the actual government? Well, this government you wouldn't trust anyway, the Tory government. But why would I trust somebody who's just looking at their profit margin to make sure that my water's clean? That's an oxymoron. That's just ridiculously stupid. Sorry if that's what you've been doing. Yeah, drink more tap water. Why buy bottled water? Drink more tap water. Well, some would say, why drink bottled water? In fact, we've got all these PFAs and put them in old crikey microplastics and all that these days. It's in the water already, you know. It's in the tap water, so that you can't escape it. No. So, okay, there's about 20 odd cases in Brixham of people getting Cryptosporidium, which is basically it's a parasite. Lovely. It's like aliens come down and shove something down your gullet. Yeah, lovely. Oh, they explode out your stomach next, that it will, but no, you get sharting instead. Well, the LBC's done an investigation. Yeah, LBC Radio in the UK. They've done their own investigation. They've found that there are 10,000 unrecorded, unlisted CSO pipes. Combined sewage outlets. Outlets that pump poo into the rivers and seas. 10,000. That is no small number, is that? It gets worse than that, you see. We hear about all the sewage discharges and these amount of litres been pumped out there and the thousands of litres been pumped out there, don't we? Now, Surfers Against Sewerage, they created a website, they did, yeah. And on that website they had all the monitored pipes, because yes, they had monitors on, and they were basically connected. And they provide us the information, what have you, of how much sewage has been pumped out of that one, how much sewage has been pumped out of that one. Well, do you know what they've been doing? These water companies, they haven't been maintaining those monitors. So they fail, they basically fall flat on their face, and then that's it, they just don't work. There's loads of them on this surface of sewage app that they've got that don't work anymore. Loads of them. So we don't know how much shit has been pumped into the rivers and seas. We ain't got a blinking clue. All we know is a shitload. And what is recorded is over 100% more, 105% actually, in the last 12 months. Now, I've talked about this subject so many times. It very rarely does it get very good views and what have you. But I don't care. We have to talk about this stuff. Because if we don't, nothing's going to happen. Keir Starmer's not flipping talking about it. I was listening to him this morning in his speech. He didn't mention about the shit. No. Topic they want to talk about, you see. Maybe he's got his fucking hands in their pockets as well, or worried about the flipping unions or something. I don't know what's going on with him. Very disappointed that I am. Yeah. Well, recorded CSOs in the UK, there's 14,000 recorded. That's 14,000 pipes that have been pumping poop into the rivers and seas. Now, they are there for a reason. Now, understandably so, if a sewage works floods, it's no longer sewage works, it just becomes an overflow site, doesn't it? You know, you get shit everywhere. And needless to say, they have these pipes. Okay, they're there for a reason. But you see, the thing is, you see, over the years, these water companies have not been reinvesting. There's over 60, 70 billion of your money that's just gone to the to shareholders of these water companies. Let alone the fact that these people running these places get like 3 million in bonuses. What? They're not doing their job. They're shitting the rivers and seas. The money should be invested back into the actual infrastructure so they can, well, cope with the capacity. And the capacity is growing. Our turds are getting bigger, or is there more of them because there's more people? Now, I'm from Norfolk, right, yeah? Norfolk Broads, Wroxham and places like that. There's a little town, not far from our town, a little village, not far from Wroxham. Upstream it is, yeah, you got the river go underneath the bridge and all that. Well, that little village, there's the sewage works. It's also been discharging copious amounts of shit. Sorry if it's a little bit vulgar for you, but that's how it is. That's what it is. It's poop, shit, sewage, you name it. Comes up your derriere. Well, anyway, that stuff is floating down to Wroxham Broads, coming under the bridge. And the water there, because it's tidal waters, you see, the water there is getting on hell of a state. You see, it doesn't stay in one place. No. What happens with all these turds, right? They come out as big turds, right? They break up, get bashed about, and they end up into little tiny, like little balls of poo, right? And you get the odd bit of toilet paper and Tampax floating about. That's how it is. Now, the water directive was really, really important. And we're just throwing it away when we threw away the EU. It doesn't make any sense. Protectionist racket. Yes, you could argue that. They're there to protect you. And you threw that away. Because these water companies, they do not give a diddly squat about your health. They just don't. Plain and simple. Oh, blimey. Now, I remember when I used to work at, oh, crikey, as a part-time job at Hearts Cruisers in Thorpe, on the island at Thorpe St Andrew. Anyone knows it, put it in the comments down below. Well, Hearts Cruisers used to be a really nice boatyard. It really did. And then when Richardson's bought it out, what have you, I actually got bought it several times, but ended up in the hands of Richardson's, and it ended up getting private. Yeah, somebody private bought it in the end, just like little marina now. I mean, really shitty little marina, but it's a marina. But anyway, the toilets on that site just went straight into the river. There was no sewage. When they pumped the toilets out of the boats, when they come in for a turnaround, it went into the river. Years ago, then we had the directive. And then they got checked, you see. Those authorities there to actually, well, were actually doing their job. Unlike the Environment Agency. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not the Environment Agency's fault. They're doing the best they can with the actual means that they've got. You see, when that woman got into, I say that sounds very sexist when you say like that, don't it? Well, I'm going to refer to her as the woman who got beaten by that Liz Truss. Anyway, before she was the disastrous Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, well, she was, and at one point she was the Environment Minister. Actually, she was Foreign Minister at one point as well, and that was a disaster as well. She got completely shot down by Sergei Lavrov, of the Russian counterpart. I mean, literally, she made herself look like a right idiot. She ain't got a clue about geography, and she's got no idea about poo. No. What'd she do? She waved a little flag, she did a little Union Jack butcher's aprons, and she said, all right, I've done a brilliant job here with the Environment Agency. I've now cut their funding by 15 million. 15 million quid. And then we're expecting them to be able to do their job properly. We're expecting them to be able to test the waters. No. No. This is what happens when you put power in the hands of your government without any recourse, without any double checks. That's what the Lords were all about. But no, what do we get? We get idiots put in there. We get flippin', I don't know, the Lord of Siberia, Lebedev, and other idiots shoved in there. Oh my Gideon. What the hell's got? Dame this, dame that. Dame who gave the bird. Oh crikey. It's an absolute disaster. And this all stems from Brexit. And now, and allowing, the British public who are right-wing nut jobs, I'm sorry if you're one of them, but you are. You clearly ain't got a brain cell between there. No. Because what you've done is you've handed them a load of power to work against your behalf. That's what you've done. It's called shooting yourself in the foot. The EU was a safeguard. And now we've got Nigel Farage swanning around in the United States, telling everybody, oh, it looks like Donald Trump is going to give me a job. Look at this shit that he caused, literally, the shit that he's caused in the UK. And shit is everywhere in our rivers and seas. So yes, self-governed water authorities weren't that great. EU comes in, sorts it all out, okay? And then it gets privatised, all starts going to pot again. And then we get flipping self-governing again with our water authorities. And it's literally gone completely to shit. This is so frustrating, and it really does worry me. I live here in France, right? Our water's pretty darn good, I'll tell you. Look where I live, right? Okay, I'm in rural France. But this place is spotless. You're going to get the shitty areas, but on the whole, if I see a lake, I'll go dunking in it. I will, yeah, and all that. But you see, it's clean. There's no sewage been dumped into it. Yes, we have combined sewage outlets here as well. And yes, they do have their issues. And yes, they have their issues with sewage ending up in the Seine, where it's highly populated. But somebody gets held to account. Somebody's head rolls. No, in the UK, what do? We hand them more bonus money. This is how idiotic it has become. So what diseases could you get from this stuff? Well, you could get poison from salmonella. You could get E. coli poisoning. You could get that the one that's in Brixham at the moment. You get that Cryptosporidium parasite. A parasite is a bug, right? There's something living inside you that you don't want to be there. Lovely. Ugh. And you've got another one called, I wrote some down here actually, adenovirus, which is a respiratory virus, and you can get that from oysters and stuff that comes up, usually from your fish stocks and meat and stuff like that, you see. It lives in their guts. Oh, live bivalve mollusks. You realise those don't eat mussels in the UK, unless they've been imported. Because the likelihood is they haven't gone through any cleaning. The likelihood they've still got shit inside them because of the way they're filter feeders, your bivalve mollusks. Bits of shit in there. Yeah. And they'll Tampax. You don't be chewing on that, getting your teeth. And then you've got rotavirus. Yeah, rotavirus, norovirus. Yeah, they're all gastrovirus, basically give you the trots. A bit like the bit like what's happening regarding the parasite in Brixham. You see, even in Brixham, you see, it's been made clear to me today that the people who the cases of infections are only the recorded cases, and that's only if you actually go to the doctors. And considering how long it takes to get there, you can't get an appointment for love of money half the time. And so there's that issue. So people just, stop drinking the dirty water and letting it pass. In fact, on the actual website of that water authority, the Safe West Water, right? Mate, on the website it says nothing about it. They say the water is clean to drink, it's okay to drink, but on the Twitter page they say boil your water. God's sake. So people who have effectively been, getting a bit, I feel a bit iffy here, I feel I've eaten something wrong here, What they're doing, they're drinking more water because they think it's going to help them. No, you're just overdosing on parasites, little critters inside your gut. Yeah, lovely. Now we have to start blaming somebody. Now you're going to blame the water authorities, can't you? We should blame the water authorities. These basically water companies. Sorry. You can start blaming them, not in Scotland because they're not privatised. But you can start blaming the water companies. You could. Taking your money, not providing you with a service. But you've got to remember, they're a business. That's capitalism for you. They're going to do whatever they need to do to satisfy their shareholders, their investors. And obviously so they get bigger bonuses. That's what they're going to do. It's got to be done through legislation, like, for instance, the Water Directive that was imposed by the EU. There to protect you. I'm sorry, but this is just immensely frustrating that we've allowed it to get to this stage. It really is. Norfolk Broads, for instance, used to be a safe place. Okay, you might have the odd case of white wilders or wilders disease from the rats and stuff, and from the still waters, blue-green algae, that sort of stuff. But that's just natural shit. That's what happens. Not your shit. All these problems all been caused literally directly from the actions of these water companies because they ain't being governed. And last year when they passed a bill, right, regarding the water companies, which basically gave them carte blanche to do what they like. They just had to meet certain criteria. They're not even meeting those. And they were so broad. Oh, damn me. I don't know. Do you know what I'm going to say to you? Wake up, people. They're poisoning you and infesting you with parasites. That's what this flipping government's doing. If I don't know what that squeaky noise is, it's my rubber shoes. Oh, blimey. Anyway, you tell me what you think. Please leave it in the comments down below and beep the old like button, subscribe to the channel if you like. Maybe the bell icon, because then you get a warm fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. And I go live every Sunday, 8:30 p.m. And we talk about shit. Not other stuff as well. Yeah, it's not just about that. No, lots of stuff. Oh, dear me. Anyway, we're doing rewilding here in France. We're planting trees on this field. Okay, we've already started. I don't know if you can see. You might be able to see some over there in the distance, but they're also over there. They're also over there now, and they go into the valley. And we're planting 1,000 trees on 2 hectares of land. And if you want to be a part of that, there is a GoFundMe link down below for which you can basically buy a tree, very cheap. Well, it's basically donation, whatever you like, really. It can be a 5, a 10, a 20, 30, whatever. We use the money. It specifically goes into a separate bank account for the purpose of this project. And I'll make a sign to go with the tree on your behalf. And I've got a laser, which is absolutely brilliant. That's a lifesaver, that thing is. And we'll make a sign to go with the tree, and can be name on, or memory of a loved one, even a little phrase or whatever on there as well. So basically, it's like a memorial for you, really. So anyway, links down below in the description. Go have a look anyway, will you? Yeah. We've also got our other channel, which is Wally Bra. And in my weird and wonderful way, well, I do my woodwork, and there you see, and lots of short videos, but also long form as well, as a woodworker that I am. Yeah, hence, let's say my hands. Yeah. They're workers' hands, alright? Richie Sunak? Not your little pansy hands. Yeah, God, I can't stand that bloke. Flippin' now, won't somebody pull his trousers down, please? Oh, it's your job, Keir Starmer. Toodaloo.